So I'm trying this way now. It's a different approach rather than searching on eBay, what I really don't like. And I'm looking for some parts, and maybe you're looking for some parts. So I have a few hundred items which I won't need anymore, and I'm happy to pass them on to someone who needs them. It's not that I have to get rid of them. So I'm showing you a few items which are available from my side. On the other side, I would be very happy if you have a look in your cellar, in your garage, or wherever, if you find parts I'm looking for. In the today's world, it is common that you swap parts, or you buy or sell, but it always has to be a balance. And I know you're following me from all over the world. I know you're in Australia, New Zealand, in the States, in Africa, in Europe, of course. And so I can see 24 hours there's traffic on my channel, and regardless where you are, we can post everywhere, and you can also post to Europe. So take your time, have a look through the parts. I can only show a few bits to give an idea, but you can also inquire bits that I might have and haven't shown. And you can always contact me. I'm always happy because I have kind of network where I have people asking certain things, and when you offer something, I could pass that on to someone. So I thought that would be a good idea to use that as a topic for the channel. And I hope you enjoy the parts I'm offering, I'm showing, explaining, and please stay till the end, where then I show what I'm looking for. That is important for me, and that is where I hope you can help me. I would also like if you subscribe, where you can then select if you want to get informed every time I upload a video. And if you click that is called the bell. If you click the bell, you will get a note, you get notified when I upload a new video, so you don't miss anything anymore. And you might be one of the first to read it, and you would be the first who could make an offer for the parts. That is obviously, it's no point looking the video 6 months later when the parts might be gone. They still might be there, they might be gone, but the good chance is if you are the first to have a look at the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a different format again, and it was something I was thinking for a long time, and let's have a try. And do the thumbs up if that is something you want to see more, or write a comment underneath, and stay tuned. This is a very early original. That's a left-hand drive door hinge, and you see this is the grease nipple, and it's the slim one, and these are not produced any longer, and these are actually required for a proper restoration of an OBL car. And so that is one thing I have. This is left-hand drive. And then I have this is the left-hand door. That's a left-hand door. This one is a right-hand door. This is a little bit later one, and you see the grease nipple is missing here, but it's still the slim one. This is an original. Really, it's moving really nice. Has no slack or plane here, and so if someone is interested or after one, I know these are hard to find. It's not that I need to get rid of them. I can store them. Sooner or later, someone is calling me and is asking for one. But you might be out there looking and searching, and these things do not come up on eBay. And if in case, they will be gone in a second. So, door hinges. Next item is these. These are the desktop nozzles for the ventilation. This is the center one, and these are the side ones. You need to cut that away here, and you need to tick that together, but first you need to fit them. So that is a complete set, and it's the last one I have available. So if someone is looking, and you see these are sided, they are not both the same. And I know these are very easy to break, and here in comparison is an original one, and you can see it is almost identical, but you have to work on it to make it really fit, and you need to cut off the side spot. But you see here, these are pinned together. This is original, how they were fitted together. These were two parts installed and then pinned together. And you see this is totally cut off here. That is probably because that is where the dash top meets the instrument panel. So this set is available for someone in need of it and trying to restore his own or broken dash. Next item is a set of early seat runners. These are the early ones, and the conditions is still pretty good. And you see this one only has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is the early one. And you also recognize that the writing here. So this is a pair which became which is a spare, and I know how desperate someone can get if they don't have it. You see there's one nut is missing, one bolt of screw is missing here, but that is an easy fix. You get that out, get the screw in here, you see it just came off, and get a new screw in here, and then this is a really nice set. You get that replated and have a correct set for the flat floors with a straight bulkhead. Then this is another early bit, and this is the adjuster for the parking position of the wipers, and you can tell this is the rough or the coarse hole. Yeah, this is the early nurdles, and the later ones were very fine. So this is the one looking out on the bulkhead towards the engine, and I still have, I think, the complete rack, but I have one of these available and a complete rack with this one. So someone in need of this to make it even more perfect, if that is missing, could have gone lost during restoration. You know how that happens. You disassemble something and it takes so long, and then you don't find it back, and when you find it back you don't know where it belongs to, and this is how things become missing. So this is an early one. Then I do have a really nice original dash, and that is for you see this is for right-hand drive. So no, it's for left-hand drive. And here I have some other really rare stuff, which is the crosshatch dash, and this is an original one. As you can see, this is a complete set. It still has the Wilmer Breeden key and barrel in here, and this is as you can see, this is for a left-hand drive car, but I can swap this or take it off. It's just that I show you this is for the E-Type with the screws on the side. So I know these are very hard to find, and I have that, and this is very hard to find. You can have that individually, just this, the Legend, or just this. I'm just showing you what I have. I also have this, for the radio, which is still good. Very often these are cut out here, and it has scratches here, but I don't think you will see that. It is it is a bit darker, but when it's installed, I think it's not really visible. But all the ears are here, the latches, and can be installed. And then I have also the same bit for the gear dome, and this is in pretty nice condition. The holes are not too large, so you can fit your rivets in here. This is also in very good condition. So someone having I think these were used in about March '63 until late '63, early, and then the other model was reintroduced again. So keep that in mind. I know they're hard to find, and I have them available if you like. Then I have this here available. This is from the 60s, and let's see if that works. So that is working, and let's see if we can find a date here. I think that is something with 60. There is a part number 78309, 12 volts, and that is, it's hard to see, but it says something with 60. So that is for an early car with a blue filler cap. That is for the measurement, as it says measurement here. So, and I think I have the bottle and maybe also the rest of the pump here. And so I have that available if someone is in need of that. Very often I see early cars which don't have that. And it's just a small thing you buy and you place it and it looks already a lot better. This is the very early type, you see. They are not the connectors, but they are, the wires are screwed in here. And that is how they were, the very first ones. I do have a few of the early dotted spark plug caps. So these are the dotted ones, the originals even. Hope you can see that. It says Champion on there, and that even is the original box. Yeah, that here you see these are originals, and so I could maybe spare with a set of 6, but that's it. And so just showing you what there is. And yeah, I don't know how many they are, but they are for a car. They are for another car and restoring, but I think 6 will be left, so keep that in mind. I do have a really nice original early steering wheel. That is the condition I found it in, and it has the original horn push, but it has a crack here. I do have another one which can be replaced if you like, but this is for a car for real survivors, so I'm hesitating to restore that. It needs some, you know, some attention here. You need some glue, and you would then paint it again and get it really nice and sharp. But this is the early, the bright one. I think that's the beech wood, and later ones were mahogany, and this can all be, you know, become polished and really bright. That it looks really nice. But on the other side, I know people who drive their original cars, like my friend Owen. He has number 11 right-hand drive, and he is looking after these bits. So I became very reluctant to restore things before we really know where it goes to. And even the gear knob, I sometimes like to, you know, it has to match. You want to have a little crack in there as well. And so this is an early one, original complete with some patina. I do have another one which looks perfect mint, but that is then for a restored car. But keep in mind, I have this, and depends what you're looking for. You might have to replace your one, someone replaced it. So that is available as well. These are luggage stoppers for the fixed head coupe. These are the original ones, and so you see these were round, and this is an aftermarket I got, and you see these are a lot sharper on the edges. If you compare that with the originals, you see these are really smooth and round and not that sharp. You see the difference? So I actually have both available because I don't need them on my early 3.8, and I thought I would need them, but these came with another car anyway. So these are available. They're new aftermarket, and these are really nice with some patina, and but you see they are rounded, a lot rounder, and I got another pair, original ones, which I got re-chromed, and they look just brilliant. And you see this here, this is the handmade. I think they were welded here. This bar here was welded to this block, and then it got grinded to clean it up, and then was re-chromed like this. You see, this is here welded on, and then grinded off to make it smooth. And here you see the originals. They might have been done the same. The original. These are the aftermarket, but they have a slightly different shape, and they look the same, but these are lots smoother. And this hole is actually, there comes a rubber buffer in here that stops them from rattling when they're down. So these are available. So this is the reproduction. This is a nice set with patina, and there will be another set which will look as really mint, because I mount them on here. So if you're in need of some of these, keep that in mind. Next is a pair of Butler number plate lights, and they have Butlers on there. These are re-chromed because they were too far gone, but that is how they are, Butlers. They have the original lights in there with the correct marking, and these are used until late 61. So someone looking for these, so one pair is available. And here I have an original unmolested pedal box. This is the 62 version. It has the 2 instead of the 1. This was already changed in 61, late 61, but this still has an early, you see that, the small writing here, or you see that on the other side, you see this writing, this writing up here. This is the early type, and this was probably the changeover period, because it has still one early master cylinder and a later one, and it still has the extremely desired long skirt nylon nuts. So that is unmolested. I have never opened this. Don't know if the black, if that was later black, but this is not too far into 62. Might be late 61, early 62. And let's see. Yeah, this is actually, I would say, May 62 onwards, because it has, you can see that here, this is a sharp corner, where the early ones, they have that round. And this is for cars with a longer recess in the bulkhead. Trying to show you a picture where this matters. They changed the lever mechanism to have a bit more distributed power on both, and I will show you in a bit why this has changed 3-4 times in 61, 62. So, but this is May 62 onwards. Here is another pedal box, also May 62 onwards. This is already rebuilt and has all new internals in the booster. It is a Dunlop booster, not the Kelsey Hayes, but that is so the later one. This is, here you see again this corner here. On the early ones, this was round and the lever was different. I will show that in another video, that the lever here has a different position of the holes, and that changed. So this is an overhaul. I do have original master brake and clutch cylinders, even with a stainless steel inlet, but I don't know what you prefer. You might want to have the reproductions for little money, or you want to have the original, which costs a lot more. but this is available as well, and that is already reconditioned. The booster is in perfect condition. It's a new booster here, and all the internals is new. Oh, and I have that also, I think is documented on my website. So and here you see what I was talking about, the pedal box. This recess here is a very short one, and this is of an early car. And later cars had that recess a lot longer, further up to here about, and that is then where you can use the pedal boxes I've introduced. When you have only this small recess, you need the early lever mechanism, because otherwise it will touch here. So that is how you know which system you need. And most of the people, they don't know there's a difference. So this recess here, the short one, is only on the very first cars. And if you have a later car, it has that recess a lot longer. So check that out before you buy the brake pedal box. Okay, now I'm telling you what I'm looking for. And that are a few things on the... I'm looking for these. You see these A-post capping. They finish here, and I need another pair of these for another car. And if you have one of those, you see that is where the roof comes on. There's this rubber pad, and later cars had this here coming up to here. So I'm looking for this type, not the ones which go further back. I'm also looking for a chrome bar which sits on top of the windscreen. So if you have one of those, please get in touch with me, contact me. And here you see again, this is the stepped or the depressed. Here you have that step here. And I'm also looking, you see, this is a 61 car, and at the time maybe they replaced the soft top. They might have replaced this chrome bar, and this is not correct. This car should not have these hooks here. These are for the cover, for the soft top cover, and this car actually should have this with a LED in there, and that type already has that shape. And you see here, this one has no shape. It's just round, and the screws are wrong, and I want to replace that. That's our car, and so this is not correct for this car, and I'm actually looking for correct one. These are brass and filled with lead and then chromed. So if you have one of those, I would appreciate that. Also, these are the second type, and I was looking for a set that has this diameter up here, also at the lower end, at this end. And you see this one is flat and wider. And I need to have this diameter on here. I know they tend to break, and these are a lot more reliable, but for originality I'm looking for a set of these. What else I'm looking for? Oh, so the hood cover, I'm looking for a hood cover which needs to have the 3 straps. This is an early car, and you see you have one connecting point here, one point here, and one in the far end. So this is the early type, which has 3 straps on the hood cover. So if you have one of those, the Tonner now, I would love to have a used one, and can be worn, because this is a user and it's an unrestored car. It's just a shame that that gone lost with a soft top, sadly, for some reason. But we know all the stories. You drop the car somewhere, someone's working on it, and then when you come back, half of the bits are gone. Here you see a heater box housing, and this is of a 4.2, as you see, and this is actually of my 2+2 project. And so this is gone, and I was thinking, if someone of you has a nice one, I would rather take that one instead of repairing this one. This can be repaired, but you see here, it's too much fiddling around probably, and that is because here is a heat exchanger, the water is coming through, and when this is corroded, the water runs in, stays in here, and it's all corroding. So this might be good, yeah, for someone who is good in metalworking and can replace that, but I don't want to bother with that anymore, and I'm just looking for a new one. This snake can be used maybe to make his own box, and so I'm looking for a new 4.2 heater box. Next item is the half shaft, and this is the early type. This is the hollow one, and from the early car, and you see there's a little bar. There's a little bar going through here. You see that? So, and I'm short of one, and if you have one, please contact me, and preferably you also have one of these hub carriers. These hub carriers are the second version. The first ones were totally smooth and used a different bearing. This is slightly later, still early, still 61, and you see it doesn't have here a face and has no water deflector. So that is what I'm looking for, the one with the sharp edge corner here. And obviously if you have one of these, I'm missing one. Actually, I have a smaller one for the later cars, but I need one of these. And I'm missing the inspection hole cover for the automatic gearbox on the left-hand side. And I would be happy to get one of these. So please have a look at it. I will be in Stoneleigh probably Saturday and Sunday. Don't know if we can make it on Saturday, but I will be there with my friends at the store. And if you have something, we can meet up. I will be in UK for a few days, and so we could always meet somewhere in the Midlands or Malvern, London area.